Hello, guys. Isn't it nice to be back after, I think, almost 2 months? Network providers almost they had me in chokehold, but yeah. So I'm just going to wait for like a minute and then we can start the class. So since this is the first time I'm here, hi. Hi, Essay. How you doing? So this is since this is first time I'm here. I guess Happy New Year is in order. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Valentine is coming up. How are you preparing for that? Yeah. So today, fingers crossed, right? I really want to keep to time today. Like I want 30 minutes to be 30 minutes. So um I would actually just like to do like a brief intro, then probably just go straight. No, now why would you sleep? It doesn't have to be like you don't have to spend the day with like a romantic partner. You can spend it with your friends. I typically, you know, enjoy spending Valentine with my friends, like doing something, just making it like a nice thing. Because love should always be celebrated. Hello, Egosa. Yeah, so I think in like 15 seconds, then would kickstart. Like I said, we're keeping to time today. Yay. Okay. Okay. So most of you already know me. But for the people that don't, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Iziegbe Okumboa. You can call me Izzy because I'm here to make your hair growth journey easy. Okay? And basically, that's what this whole class is about. But let me give like a brief intro about myself. I went natural in 2014, but prior to that, I was a long hair enthusiast, if that makes any sense. For as far back as I can remember, I've always been obsessed with beautiful long hair, and somehow I felt it was possible, even though there were so many people around me that did not agree, but I felt it was possible for us to grow long hair. So obviously growing up when I was 9, 10, there was always those stories of our hair doesn't grow long, we don't have long hair. Most people accepted them. I chose not to. And from that early stage of my life, I have made it my life's mission to help women with people people with Afro textured hair grow their hair long, help them grow their hair, and most importantly, make it easy, make it fun and enjoyable, right? So that's basically why I do this series, why I do everything that I do. That is what started Udenukuta as we know it. And it has been a whole long journey up until here. So today, right, I just randomly decided that, oh, let me show you guys my go book from when I was in secondary school. And I've shared this on the group before, but I've never done it on live. And if you can see that, so that this was a long time ago, and yeah, the book is in pieces. And I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but number 16 here says create a natural hair product that helps Nigerian women's hair grow as long as they want it to be. So, you know, um, it's been my lifelong journey, and everything that I do is geared towards helping you guys grow your hair. And so far, I have been able to help several women through teaching and products, and the journey has only just started. Okay, so now that we've gotten that intro out of the way, I'm going to share my screen so that we can actually get in with the slides for today. Okay, so can you guys let me know that you can see my screen? Yeah, so our topic for today is actually unusual, right? Because most people feel like, is it even possible to grow your hair in minutes? What's this all about, right? Okay, so I'm just going to dive straight in. Like I said, we're not wasting time today. Today we're hitting it on the ball, money on the ball. Okay, so these are outlines, and we're going to be talking about reasons why your hair is not growing really difficult. Okay, so first things first, reasons why your hair is not growing. A lot of people have given up on their natural hair. I think in recent times there has been a rise in people deciding to, um, just cut off. Sorry, not cut off. Relax their natural hair. Cut off their natural hair. Do something crazy with it because they feel like it's impossible. Long hair is only kept for a select few, or only a select few can take care of natural hair, and that's just it, right? So I'm here to tell you that it's not true. But even though it's not true that long hair is kept for only a select few people, I understand why you feel that way, right? From the advent of the natural hair journey, there has been a lot of different information, a lot of different um, trends that come and go, and people just run with it because they want something that they want. Yes, long hair is possible to them kuta. So people jump on different trends because everybody wants to grow their hair and they want it to be easy. They don't want it to be complicated. But if you really look at the natural hair movement, you find out that it's a movement that was motivated by a lot of people's personal journey, right? So it's people sharing their journey. Some people to, oh, okay, let me use that person's recipe. If you look at holistic um, natural hair community, it is still to a very large extent motivated by that. A lot of the hair care brands that blew up as a result of the strength of the natural hair journey started out as people making stuff for themselves, sharing it on YouTube, sharing it on Facebook, and then it eventually, you know, people demanding for it, them giving them, and it started out and it created a business. And the rest they say is history. So what that is, right? And why it's has left a lot of people feeling like maybe this thing isn't for me is because you are trying to build your hair journey and you're trying to build your hair routine based off of another person's experience. And sometimes it may work for you, but because no two people are alike, and Africans tend to, we're very genetically diverse, you may be doing that doesn't work for your hair. And that's just, most people don't know their hair, and I don't blame them. They are not genealogists, they are not cosmetic formulators, they are not hair specialists. So how are they supposed to know their hair? Think about it. um you wouldn't want who has a car for not knowing how to fix the engine of the car when the engine goes bad. You would expect the person to meet a professional, probably a mechanic or whatnot, to fix the car, right? Um, Unfortunately, even though our hair is on our heads and we've all grown up with it, we've not grown up understanding how to protect it. We've grown up with the idea passed on from generations. And when I was younger, the ideology that was passed on to us was that relax your hair, and hair care revolved around relaxing hair as opposed to relaxing the hair, braids, doing wigs. It revolved around that as opposed to actually doing the things that could help you grow your hair, nurture your hair, and get your hair long. So what that means is that today most salons are geared in that direction. So people don't know their hair. They've never learnt their hair, and now you're telling them to do like 10-step routines, telling them to be mixologists, this recipe, do this DIY, and all those things. And it is complicated and confusing. And this is one of the reasons why most people are struggling with their hair. Okay? Now, the next reason is your styles are not protecting nothing. Absolutely nothing. They're not protecting anything. And like I was saying, just because you know a lot of people still don't fully understand or know what it means to take care of natural hair. Protective styles are just geared towards making your hair pretty, not necessarily making your hair healthy. And because you're working with people that don't know um, fully how to take care of the hair, how to actually grow the hair, people just come in. In fact, you bear witness with me that um when you have natural hair and your hair is somewhat thick, and you go to a conventional hair salon, they'll tell you, no, we can't do this type of hair here, or we don't go to this other place, maybe they will be able to handle your hair, we can't handle your hair. Or they give you like an exorbitant price, they end up pulling and tugging at your hair, and sorry, excuse me, they end up pulling and tugging at your hair, and at the end of the day, nothing. You don't get the results you want. Your hair doesn't look neat and nice. So that is the bedrock of why most people's hairstyles are not helping them to protect their hair. And if you can't get it right with knowing your hair, one, because knowing your hair helps you take care of your hair and take care of it the right way, helps you build your routine. And you can't get ahead of, having the right protective styles, or having the right, the protective styles installed properly by salons or even by yourself, then most likely your protective style is not protecting anything. Am I right? Now, the next thing is you're using. I posted a video, I think yesterday, about how I use conditioners for my low porosity hair. The moment I found use like I discovered using heat for low porosity hair, it was a key turning point moment in my hair journey. And now I know, like, if you're low porosity, when people talk about heat, a steam cap. No, it wasn't when I discovered a steam cap and I started using a steam cap, I noticed a difference with how my hair became more manageable. It was actually when I started warming up my products. Yes. So I noticed night and day difference in warming up my products, right? The same products, when I use them, if they're just like room temperature and I apply them to my hair, and when I use them when they're hot, and I do that extra work to open my cuticles, moisture stays in for longer, right? So a lot of people don't know how to use products or when to use products. Like I said, because the natural hair movement was very much individualistic. This person comes and they say, oh, this is what works for me, and then, oh, because it worked for this person, you're trying to follow. The person is not necessarily a professional, so they can't give you professional advice on how to use the things that they use that worked for them, for yourself, for it to work for you. So most people get products that be good products that will work for them, but they're not using, so they're not seeing results. And then they say, oh, these products don't work. I've tried so many products and they don't work, right? No, so now what I'm saying is you don't necessarily have to want products if your hair is not low porosity, or if you don't have issues absorbing moisture, like your hair strands don't have issues absorbing moisture. Like, this is what I'm saying. Just because it works for me doesn't necessarily mean it will work for the for people having like personal thing that work for them. Now, even if you're using the same product, probably how you use them would be different. So now let me give another example. um leave-in conditioner and butter, leave-in conditioner, butter and oil, that I think those are like my most used products, but the quantity in which I use them varies. My leave-in conditioner, anytime, any day, my leave-in conditioner will always finish before my butter, because lightweight and I have low porosity hair, so it works well for me. Now, I would use the leave-in conditioner like 5 times, then I would use the butter like twice, and then I would use very little. Now, this same product for someone with high porosity, the person with high porosity would still need the leave-in conditioner, but they'll probably need the butter more and probably need to be a little bit more heavy-handed. So that's what I'm saying about using products right for you. There is need for everybody to first understand their hair, build a routine for their, use products properly for their hair, right? And then, because we're trying to pursue the next fad, we're trying to pursue um rice water, onion juice, batana oil, whatever thing that is trending these days. I don't keep up anymore. No butter movement, all those things, chebe, because there was a time when chebe, ayurveda, the list goes on, right? Because people are trying to chase what they feel is going to give them the best results in the shortest time. Sometimes people do too much. Sometimes people is different. You personally, I don't like stress, right? It's a reason why my nickname is Easy. And there's also a reason why I am working really hard to make products that make people's lives easier, because genuinely, when I'm making these products, I'm trying to solve problems for me. They solve these problems for me, they are good, and I'm like, okay, let's take it to the market. Everybody needs to enjoy these things that I'm enjoying, right? So most times with DIY recipes, you have to, oh, you come and mix this that you're supposed to be mixing them in, because you're not, right. Oh, let's mix this. Like, your wash day ends up being so complicated because you have to literally mix every product that you're using before you use it, right? So you're not just thinking about, oh, the task of, oh, I need to, the task to wash my hair. You're thinking about the fact to mix my shampoo before I wash my hair. I need to mix my Ayurveda before I put it in, you know. So all those things just, it makes it difficult to stay consistent. Imagine if all you needed to do for wash day was spend like to an hour doing your hair, literally like walk out the door and have a normal day, and you wouldn't have to worry about your hair. I'm pretty sure that you would have more people washing their hair more regularly, treating their hair more regularly, and having healthier hair. Now, when you wake up in the morning to get ready for your day, do you ever think at the back of your head, oh my gosh, this is just too stressful? Bathing isn't for everybody. Some people are just meant to be, and I don't think this is meant for me. No, you don't, because it is effortless for you to wake up and bathe. Why? You grew up understanding what your body type was, what your skin type was, the how to wash your body properly, how to take care of your skin for it to be popping and whatnot. So you don't have to, it's automatic. You don't have to stress. You're not waking up to take a shower and then you're making your toothpaste and you're making your soap and you're making your body cream. You're just waking up, taking a shower, rubbing your cream, and that, taking a proper shower, brushing your teeth, and you go, right? Hair care can be as easy as that. That's why the title of this webinar is grow your hair in minutes. Once you know your hair, right? You build a routine that works for you, for your lifestyle, and you're using products the right way. Growing, you could literally just add you just build your routine like the way you take a shower in the morning and take a shower in the evening. It's effortless, it's easy, right? That's the whole concept of grow your hair in minutes. It's emphasizing the need to lay a proper foundation, right? It's difficult to stay consistent with your hair. You come up and you say natural hair is not for everybody because it's difficult for you to keep up with it. And I don't blame you. And you know what happens to be the most frustrating part about sometimes being consistent? Because you could be doing all the things that you watched on somebody's YouTube video, you were to, or what, going through all that stress. And then you find out that at the end of 1 month, your hair is shorter before you started. I would throw if it's me, oh, I would throw I would throw everything away. I would just give up. Giving up is for losers. Okay, thank you very much. It's difficult to stay consistent because a lot of times you don't see results. It's too much work. And um, there's something my engineering professor used to say while I was nature always follows the path of least resistance. If you, I don't know if there are any Christians here, but if you remember when you decided in your heart that you wanted to start praying every day and reading the word every day, it was hard. You couldn't really like keep up. But when you started small and then you just started with like a little thing and then you consistent. You weren't always consistent every day, but you just tried to stay consistent and keep on track. You find out that after months, you look back and you're like, oh, I spent so much time reading my Bible now. I spent so much time praying now. And it wasn't like an uphill task because it was easy for you to stay consistent because you started with something simple. That's the idea. You can grow your hair, you can have a better hair routine, but it's so important you right. So this brings me to my next slide. Like I said, I promised you guys and I'm so proud. I will not get too excited, but I'm so proud because yes, this is our last slide and then we'll be wrapping up the class in the next 7. So is your natural hair really difficult? Because I think it's pretty common these days. People say, oh, natural hair is not for me. My natural hair is difficult. I can't deal. Is your hair really difficult? Or if you think about all these things that I've outlined, you realize that you're just not properly equipped to be able to handle your hair. You're not working with professionals, you're working with people that have that share their personal journey with you, that things that work for them, but they may not necessarily work for you, right? So your hair isn't difficult. You just need to understand it and you need somebody to hold your hand along the way and help make the journey, easier. Like, think about it. If you wanted to learn how to drive a car, you would not just go into the car and be like, yeah, I watched 2 YouTube tutorials and this is how they drive cars. So I'm going to drive this car. You wouldn't, right? You would have somebody in the car and then the person will be telling you, oh, this is what you're supposed to do. And then even as you're driving, the person is there to guide you, right? Tell you, oh, okay, slow down now, press your brake now, and all that stuff, right? And you will do that for a period of time before you decide that, oh, I've been doing this thing with this person guiding me and I can do it on my own. And that's where Uden Okuta is there for you. We there for you, we there for you. Because we have so many resources, right? We have so many resources that can help you really make a difference with your hair journey. right? So we have personal consultation that can help you know your hair type, understand it, and then build a routine for it. And then there's also coaching, so just following you along the journey. There's also the option of products. Obviously, we have products. We have our Easy Growth bundle, right? That is the bundle that inspired this the title of this webinar, Growing Your Hair in Minutes, because it takes you 3 minutes to use those products. And if you can do it consistently, right, and adjust your routine according to your lifestyle, trust me, you would be seeing like a major difference. So it's really awesome to have some people that stayed till this point. Now, if you did, right, I actually have something for you, right? I have like a small discount for our Easy Grow bundles, our coaching, everything, right? All you have to do is just send me a message and you get your discount. The discount is only valid till like Monday. So don't waste too much time. I'm nice, but I'm not that nice. Don't mind me. I'm being silly. So yeah, so you get a discount and you can get the Easy Grow bundle, you can get the Wash Day bundle, you can get the thickening bundle, whatever. On the group, I don't know. I just assumed that everybody came from the group. Uh, but I'm so confused. Did you join the live class from the group? Ufoma. Please just let me know if you joined the live class from the group. Okay, yes. So on the group, you'd see my number on the group and you can message me there and you get like combo discounts and everything. So we have just 3 minutes. Like I said, I really want to keep to time today. So if you guys have any questions with what I've said so far, maybe something that's confusing you about your natural hair, I'm 3 minutes. Let's talk about it. Any questions, guys? Okay. I'm not seeing any questions, so let me just like sidebar for a little bit and can we just say a little bit of thank you, Jesus, because network is better now. This fix stays consistent so that we can keep having these classes because I really missed you guys. Like I enjoy being here consistently on a weekly basis and having these talks, talking about hair. I could talk about hair forever actually. So I'm really glad to be back. I missed you guys. I hope you guys missed me too. Um oh, I'm having brain fog because yes. Last things, last things. Well, it's not last though, but as we're wrapping up, I don't think. Okay, any tips for oiling for Hamatan? Okay. To be honest, yeah, I I I prefer to focus on hydration during Hamatan than actually um, oiling, and it's because oils help to seal dehydration, not not the other way around. So you should focus on hydration, and then if you're oiling, you can probably do like hot oil treatments. Because during the rainy season, I oil 3 times a week, but it seemed excessive and caused a condition on my scalp this time around. Okay, so to be honest, I don't know if you were in that class where I talked about your sebum. You shouldn't really be applying so much oil to your scalp. So excuse me, especially if you don't wash your hair very regularly. Where you should be applying oil, if you are oiling at all, actually should be your hair, because your scalp on its own produces oil that is needed for your scalp, right? And I don't know if you saw, but I posted a video on using ACV's mix, right? I posted the ratios and everything. It's on my TikTok page. I don't know if I've posted it on my Instagram page, but That would help you if you start having like flakes and all that, and if your scalp is itchy, because it helps you to like break your sebum so that you can spread it across your hair. It helps to balance the pH of your scalp, and it helps to fight like the bad bacteria and everything. So the measurements I gave in that recipe makes it like pH balance, so it's safe for you to use like on a regular basis, right? Now for oiling, like I said, you should focus more on hydration, and then maybe you can increase how much oil you're using per session to keep that hydration in. For Hamatan, my biggest advice is hide your hair, right? So um, do more wigs, do more like wigs where you can just have your hair plaited and tucked in, and then make sure you work on getting as much hydration into your hair and then sealing it with the oils. I don't know if I answered your question. Do you need clarification on anything, essay? So our 30 minutes already up, and I was really hyping myself about keeping to time, so I don't want us to stare too far. I'm just going to say this. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I'm just going to say this, that Jesus is actually the driving force behind Udenukuta. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I'm getting an error message on my system, but yeah, Jesus is the driving force behind Udenukuta, and the Holy Spirit helps me every day to make better products, make better services to help you guys. Jesus loves you. He loves every single one of you, and he cares about every single one of you. He says in his word that the thoughts that he has for us are more than the sands on the seashore, and he knows when one of our hair turns gray, and he knows the numbers of our like the hair strands on our hair are numbered, like that much attention to detail, that much care, right? Jesus loves you. And I just want to take this opportunity to invite you guys to church tomorrow. uh if by some chance you can't go to church physically, you can join. I'm inviting you to my church, Living Faith Church. You can join on YouTube. But if you can, just find one, just type Living Faith Church, type your area, you get the address and go. Please do not forsake the gathering of the brethren. It's so important. Try as much as possible to open your heart and let Jesus help you, make you into something beyond your wildest imagination. So therefore, I think I'm going to end the live here, and I will see you guys next week. I'm actually really excited to see you guys next week, because next week, Saturday, is actually Valentine. So I don't even know if I should do the live class before Valentine or after Valentine, but we'll debate that on the group. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for interacting. It's always an amazing time having you guys here. And bye. See you next week.